Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and new movie 2022 film The Grey Man, which is based on the Grey Man novels. I haven't read any of the books, never heard of them before until the movie was actually announced. The book series is by the name by an author, sorry, by the name of Mark Greaney. Never read anything of his. Like I said, I wasn't even aware of this series of books, but then I haven't been reading much stuff since I used to be a very voracious reader, but I think since 2009, 2010, YouTube kind of like took over my life. My spare time, I spend a lot of time on YouTube watching, vlogs, songs, football stuff, a lot of those things, movie reviews, just like mine. So anyway, I don't actually plan on buying new books anytime soon or getting into new authors anytime soon. But anyway, I wanted to check out the movie. It stars Ryan Gosling and Anna de Armas, as well as Chris Evans and a set of other brilliant actors. So what's this movie all about? So like I mentioned, it is directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. Um, Based on the 2009 novel of the same name by Mark Greaney, which is titled The Grey Man. And like I mentioned, stars Ryan Gosling as the Grey Man, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas, Jessica Henwick, who I believe the only other movie of hers that I've seen is the new Matrix movie, Matrix Revolutions. Oh, sorry, the fourth Matrix movie, and I've got a I've got a thing for her, to be honest. It's her lips, basically. I don't know. I just feel like she's got a very kissable face. So yeah, Jessica Henwick. Now I'm gonna butcher this name. Reggie John Page, Wagner Moura, Julia Butlers, Alfred Woodward, Billy Bob Thornton, who is actually playing a very subdued character, to be honest, much unlike him, to be honest, and the Indian connection, Dhanush. Now, I only know Dhanush from that one stupid song that of his that kind of became popular. It is a stupid song, by the way. It's like really idiotic. Uh, but Dhanush is this Tamil Indian actor, director, actor, producer, singer, blah blah blah. But his song is really repetitive and stupid, to be honest. So I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to like it just because I happen to be Indian myself. The song is good. I'm going to like it. I don't care which part of the world it's from, even fucking Pakistan. So yeah, in fact, I do actually like one Pakistani band, Junoon, but I haven't really heard their songs. I really heard about them much for a very long time. Anyhow, 3 minutes in, and I've not even told you what the movie is all about. So basically, it's deception, international intrigue, those kind of stuff, CIA things. Ryan Gosling's character, whose name is actually they don't mention his name. He, as a young man, he had actually killed his father for attacking his brother. So he was a minor when he went to prison. 8 years later, as a young man, he is recruited by Billy Bob Thornton's character, who's from the CIA, and basically he tells him that he can walk out of the prison now instead of later, if in exchange for getting trained and working as an assassin for the CIA's Sierra program. And his name is, his title given is, or whatever is given as Sierra 6. So he's called 6 throughout the movie. There's no other name for him. And basically, several years later, so that was 2003. This is set in 2021 on a mission in Bangkok. Sierra 6 is asked to kill a man who's suspected of selling off national security secrets. However, he's got a conscience, so he will never put complete innocence at harm. There's a little kid on the in the path, and he's ordered by his boss. When I say the lead of the operations, the CIA operative name is Denny Carmichael, played by Reggie Jean Page. My goodness, I'm butchering the name really badly. Eventually, after a lot of fight, he does fatally shoot this character, but that person, before dying off, reveals that he was part of the Sierra program, and he says, "You do not know how much corruption is actually happening," and he gives him a flash drive, an encrypted flash drive, and says Denny Carmichael is part of has got a lot of unscrupulous activities. Knowing that he is, and by the way, Anna de Armas' character, who's another part of this, another member of the CIA named Danny Miranda. She was there assisting him. Six decides that he doesn't trust Carmichael, so he calls out to his previous boss, who is now retired, Billy Bob Thornton's character, to extradite him from Bangkok. And they meet, they try to set up. However, to get the contents of the thumb drive, Denny Carmichael's sends Lloyd Hansen, played by Chris Evans. Now, to be honest, I mean, I know it's for the film, but he definitely should not wear. He looks like a child molester. To be honest, Chris Evans should not have that stupid mustache. So he was a former corrupted CIA. I mean, when I say he's like a loose cannon CIA agent who was kicked out of the agency for his sociopathic tendencies, and now he works as a mercenary who's based out of Croatia. So he kidnaps the niece of Billy Bob Thornton's character. I keep saying Billy Bob Thornton's character. Then the character's name is Donald Fitzroy. He was the mentor, kind of like a friend and brother to Six. And the young girl has got a pacemaker as well. She's also known to Six, and they kind of have a bond as well. So now they're torturing Fitzroy to get the location of Six. Six tries to help out, and he is betrayed by a hacker who tries to get the number to track where the young girl is by using the serial number of her pacemaker. So he is basically almost on his own, however, with the aid of Anna de Armas' character, who sides with him. They're able to get to Alfre Woodward character, who is a former high-end CIA agent who is dying of a disease. Alfre Woodward's character is named known as Margaret Cahill. So she was a top brass. So they go and take the thumb drive to her and ask her, and she encrypts for him, but she sacrifices herself to let them escape. There's a lot of fights. The thumb drive is stolen by the lone wolf, played by Danish. So I'm not going to say that his performance was bad, but we'll come to that a little later. Kind of like just felt a little bit generic. So there, of course, there's going to be a big fight out. There's a big scene. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of violence. Brilliantly done, by the way. And of course, there's a big shootout. Billy Bob Thornton's character is trying to save his niece and Six, helping them to get away. Towards the end, there's a fight between Six and Lloyd Evans, and then he gets the better of Lloyd Evans, but another character played by who's Denny Carmichael's second in command. Jessica Henwick's character's name is Suzanne Brewer. She comes and shoots. She knows that her boss is corrupt. She shoots him dead, and then tells Six that she will let him live as long as he comes back and continues to work for the CIA, and not live, but she says she will ensure that Claire, the niece, is she's been taken in by the CIA, that she ensures her safety and that she will be kept secure in a safe house. Six agrees, but few weeks later, after a debriefing at the headquarters of the CIA, Miranda threatens Carmichael to say that she will kill him if anything happens to Claire. And then later on, Six comes, infiltrates the safe house, knocks a lot of them dead, and escapes with Claire, and they go off. And so that ends the movie. Performance-wise, great job by Ryan Ryan Gosling, sorry, he's even funny. That's the fact. He's known as this very serious, stone-faced, stoic-faced actor, uh, somber roles and stuff. But he is actually kind of funny, and his younger days he used to be pretty funny as well. But he kind of prefers those kind of roles. But there's a couple of one-liners and stuff that he says over here. He comes off as a little bit of a smart ass, smart aleck in this. Chris Evans again does a fantastic job of being the main villain, and you kind of like hate the character, but yeah, that mustache has definitely got to go. He looks like a, child molester. Anna Diarmas, beautiful as always. I mean, amazing. She's pretty great. Jessica Henwick is pretty great. I didn't really think much of anybody else, but yeah, I always love seeing Alfre Woodward. She's a wonderful character. Billy Bob Thornton's role, pretty decent. I'm not a big fan of his, but at the same time, I felt like he kind of played the role of the older former CIA agent who's like looking out for his niece, looking out for Six, kind of like a very subdued role of his. Um, I'm trying to think of roles of his that I really like. Really liked him uh, in Armageddon. Armageddon, right? Yeah. So, yeah, pretty overall the performance is great. Dhanush's character, I'm like kind of like 50, his acting 50-50 on it. Like he spoke his lines pretty well. He's supposed to be this, mysterious operative, and he's got a conscience though. He's good fight scenes between him, Danny, and Anna Diarmas and Ryan Gosling. So he's supposed to be this very mysterious character. I don't know if he's going to come in the other movies as well, but it was okay. It's just like I don't know. I kind of felt wrong choice for this thing. I'm not a fan of the guy now. Anything else in the movie? Or the young girl was also pretty awesome as well. So that's what like now here's my final point about this movie. All that was really great. The movie lacked any heart. It did not feel. It was entertaining enough, but it lacked character. If I want to say that, it just felt like they made the movie for the fight scenes and didn't think anything else about the plot. It was like very generic kind of plot line, and unfortunately, it's the fight scenes are what stand out. The shootouts are all that what stand out, and a few one-liners by Ryan Gosling. But overall, and the two beautiful women, can't say no to that. Of course, I love them too, both of them. They're fantastic. But overall, I felt a little disappointed. I was expecting a lot out of this movie. I can't give it anything more than a 7, and that's a grudging 7. It's just because there's a lot of fun. Maybe even a 7.5 because if you forget about everything else and just watch it for the explosive action and the fight scenes and the shootouts, well then it's actually entertaining. So like I said, it's not going to be you're not going to hate the movie, but I don't think I can give anything more than a 7 out of 10 for this particular film, and that's kind of disappointing. Hopefully if they do make more movies, it'll become they'll really look into it and try to make it a lot more entertaining, give it a lot more heart basically. So that's my viewpoints about this particular film. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another video review coming up pretty soon.